during the course of the programme today, and indeed yesterday, do you know the way when the new year comes around, you tend to think differently? Just a little bit. You try and look back and, make some sense into what has happened before and try and make some sense to, as to where you're going. And I get confusing messages from the listeners. And sometimes I think that the people out there, some of them, not all, but some of them, sometimes I think that they think I'm some kind of a monster, They think that I'm vain and mercenary, alcoholic, immoral, shallow and ruthless. Do you think that's fair?
There's a certain degree of truth in that.
Well, which one of those can I leave out?
Yes, yes. Which one?
Okay, there's vain. Am I vain?
Yes.
I'll put a tick on that. Mercenary.
Yes.
Alcoholic.
Well, I wouldn't like to say that. No, only you can decide that.
That's a yes. Immoral.
Yes.
Definitely. Shallow.
Yes.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
Well, it's not you're going to leave some of them out.
Well, alcoholic.
Alcoholic, leave that. But it's only
question mark.
It's only a technical knockout. No, but you know me best, and Janet knows me, and Emma knows me. But you see, if only the listeners could talk to you people, and they'd know who the real me is. And I feel guilty.
They do know the real you. That's the whole thing.
I know, but would they lie to other people about me? I mean, whenever they meet. Now, can I ask you this? And I don't want to pry in any way, but do you know when you're out in your daily life, on the golf course? Mm-hmm. I know sometimes you meet people who aren't golfers. About once every 3 years.
Right.
And you meet people who don't play golf, and they say, "Well, what's your name?" And you tell them who you are, and they say, "Oh, you're the fellas on the radio." Right. And if they said to you, "What's Anderson like?" what would you say?
I just say it starts off with is a hateful wee
shite.
Well, I didn't say that, but yeah,
right.
I would tell them
No,
the truth.
tell me more. This is good for me.
No.
Hateful wee, right?
and
then what would you? And they'd say, "Okay, I'm the person. What's he really like?"
Yeah, they would say. I mean,
no, let me be the person. What's that, Anderson? What's he really like?
Well, I don't. I know. I don't socialise with them.
Why not?
That's one of the big questions they would ask. I get that asked.
Okay, I'm the person
quite often.
I'm the person talking to you.
Do you go to his house?
Do you go to his house?
No, I've never been in his. No.
Is it because he never invited you?
I was at his house several times, but I was told to wait at the door. Once I was allowed to wait in my own car.
You mean he wouldn't invite you in?
No. I went down one morning. I went down one time to take him to the airport. We were going away somewhere, and he said, "I'll be a minute or so. I'll be a couple of minutes. You wait in your car." So it allowed me to wait in the car, in my own car. I thought it was very nice of him in his driveway. It was decent of him.
You must have been very hurt.
Just you wait in the car.
Well, you must have been hurt. I mean, it's very hard to avoid being hurt in a situation like that. But
No,
as a human being, is he a generous person?
No, anything but. No, extremely selfish. Self-centered, completely.
Okay, well, when he's out there, is he a sociable kind of a person?
No, I would say no.
Is he friendly to strangers?
Absolutely not. He hates strangers. He hates people talking to him. And if you want to really get under his skin, grab him, hold his arm when you're talking to him, especially men. Tug at his arm.
Doesn't like men touching him.
Doesn't like men tugging at his upper
What
arm.
about women? Does he like women touching him?
Likes women. Likes female company. Yes, very fond of female company.
Is he?
What?
Is he? Well,
With
no, it's all right. You don't have to answer that. What else about him? Can you say anything positive about him? No, it's all right.
I have a request here for Ellen Dorn.
Maybe I could be the one you.
Where's my glasses?
I don't know where your glasses are. I have no idea where they are. Anyway, listen, never mind that. Let's start the programme. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. The record I put on there just didn't seem to function.
I didn't like it anyway.
No, it was a mistake.
I didn't like that.
Two mistakes. First of all, I cut off the fat boy by mistake. And I apologise to Fat Boy. I'll talk to him later. I was going to talk to him, but something happened. Actually, as a matter of fact, I put on this record and it was at the wrong track, and I was trying to change the track, and it actually started. And I didn't want to stop it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, we understand perfectly what you're saying.
It was just a mistake. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Incidentally, that song I did play by mistake was called Queen of Soul by Ashley Cleveland, which is a fine song within itself. But there is a fault on the CD, and there is a fault within my own expertise.
Well, what track was that? Did you play it?
It was called Queen of Soul.
And you wanted to play track 7?
No,
Was that track 8?
No, that's track 3.
So you wanted to play track 2?
No, I wanted to play track 10, Well, we start again?
Track 10.
Yeah, track 10.
How do you manage to put
I
on
don't
the
know
wall?
how it happened. It's because inferior equipment. Let me just start again. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the programme. The number to ring. I'm sorry about the little faux pas at the beginning. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme, because after all, I'm still here. 08459 555 678. Email address is gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. And the text messaging service is 81771. I want to ask you something. I just want to check this out, just for the benefit of people who may come to us later. Did you and I ever share a hotel room?
Yes. No, wait a minute. I
can't remember.
No, wait a minute.
I can't
In
remember.
the same room?
Share a hotel room? Yeah, that's
No.
the same thing. Did we
Oh,
not? Are
no,
you sure
no,
about that?
No,
'Cause
absolutely.
the sweat was breaking on me this morning.
No, absolutely,
Absolutely
not.
no. Because you know the way sometimes the BBC tell you can't afford this? And
Yeah.
sometimes you have to double up.
You once come into my room. He did, Janet. This is the truth. I've told this story before.
What did I do?
He borrowed something from me, Janet. He borrowed something from me.
I borrowed something. I came into your room.
That wasn't my pajamas, Janet. It wasn't my pajamas. He did.
Where,
He
where,
came
where
in-
was this? In this country?
No, it was in America.
Yes. And what did I do? Did I
This
came
is-
to your
this is-
room?
as I sit here, look, this is absolutely true.
I've
I'm
been
not
going through all this stuff in my mind this morning,
Yeah.
and I'm saying to myself, did I ever share a room with him?
Yes.
Because
You
the
come
peop-
into my room
Yes.
and you asked me if I had something spare.
I'm
If you know what I mean.
I'm afraid to ask you what it is. Can
Not
can
a shaver. Janet's trying to guess what it is.
Janet, keep out of this. This
No,
is
Janet's
men's-
entitled to.
This is man's talk,
Emma
I
is
think.
now guessing. Toothpaste. No.
I think I go
And you
all
said
the-
to me, "Have you?" And you said, and I says, "Well, I was." What? What?
Stop it!
Yes.
No.
Yes,
No.
Emma. He said, "Have you any spare?" And I says, "Well, yes." And he says, "Can I borrow a pair?" He says, "Mine's are all dirty." And he took a pair out of my drawer. There's a clue.
That's a lie.
It's a truth.
Janet, I swear that's a lie.
It's true.
you
And
talk-
you says, "I'll wash them and give them back to you."
That's a lie.
And I'm still waiting. They
I'm
were
still-
yellow.
I'm still wearing them. Listen, that's a dark lie.
That's not a dark lie. I wouldn't.
Janet, do you
I
believe
think-
me or him? Do you think, Janet, of
No,
what you
go
know
on.
of me?
Go on, Janet.
You know me for years. Do you think that I would go up to a man's room in the middle of the night?
No.
What time was it?
It was like the morning or whatever, or,
Do you
or
think- do
nighttime
you
we were
think-
going out or whatever.
Do you think that I would wear another man's underpants?
Yes.
Janet.
Yes. And that's true.
That's not true.
That is true, and I will put my hand. And I don't.
You will
like
not put
saying-
your hand anywhere.
On the Bible, I'll swear to that. Yes, you did, and I don't want them back. By the way,
I threw them away.
are you familiar with the Delta Chelsea Inn Hotel in Toronto, Canada?
No, I don't think so.
You're not.
I don't think so, no. The Delta Chelsea Inn Hotel in Toronto?
Yeah.
The Delta Chelsea. No, I don't think so.
Well, apparently there's an outstanding bill there for over £2,000.
Really?
For food and drink in my name.
Really?
And you know nothing about it.
Absolutely not.
They phoned here.
I don't know how that could have happened. When did they phone here?
Janet took a call this morning.
They're just inquiring as to...
My whereabouts
Uh-huh.
and when I'm going to settle the bill.
well, how would they know to phone here, I wonder?
That's what I would like to know. Yes.
Well, you know, funnily enough, I was in Toronto at
Yes, that's what I know.
for
couple
a
of weeks
while
ago,
at the
yes.
beginning of August,
Yes.
and I did stay in a number of hotels. Of course, I don't remember which one. That could have been one of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if indeed I ran up a bill in your name. See, I wouldn't have done that unless you were there. Another way I usually get drink on your room.
Yes.
That's if we're not sharing. So I can't say that I know anything about that.
Jim
Maybe
in Belfast, by the way.
you'll have to deal with that yourself.
Okay. Louisiana Woman
Yes.
by Rab McCullough.
Yes, yes.
You got it?
I don't have it. No, Rob McCulloch, of course, well-known local blues guitar player and singer. I think I had that because Rob sent me his album, and that's probably on it. And I've probably got it upstairs, but I don't have it with me at the moment. And if you were any kind of a man at all, or those women were any kind of help, they would probably get it for me.
Yes,
But
I've got to go to your desk now.
have you?
Yes.
For what?
There's a song that was sent to me that for you, and I left it on your desk, but you haven't got it.
I see, but you'll never find it again. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I changed everything around on my desk yesterday.
Did you?
Yes. Do you know the whole piles of stuff I have on my desk?
Yes.
I read everything up, and I looked over the whole piles and changed the piles from one pile to another. So everything that was there before, where you think it was, is not there now. Everything that you knew the location
This is
of
a
is now in a different place.
Right, but this is a song that was written by Josh Brush.
Josh Brush, yeah.
And I would like to
Well,
hear it.
I'll find that. You mentioned that to me earlier. I know he sent that. It's 2:45.
Where is it?
There's no one in
Where's
the
it
place
in your
but you.
pile?
I don't know where it is.
Where did you put it in your pile?
It's somewhere up there. If you had any kind of inclination or any kind of feeling for this program at all, you would delegate one of the girls to go up and get it, but they're too lazy, too busy
But they
straightening
don't know
their
what it's.
nylons.
They don't know what it is.
Knock, stop. Great show yesterday, kid. I watched in awe and wonder as Tommy, my cat, made an omelette without breaking eggs. This is very difficult. Tommy turned to me and said, "So, Radio Foil have got the painters in." I'd hazard a guess as to who that might be. Rembrandt, Van Gogh, a very reputable firm, I said. They painted my father to give him the appearance of health and vitality during the wake. And a very good job they did too, said Tommy. Did not the undertaker insist on shooting your daddy before burying him? He did, I said. The undertaker looked at dearest mummy and said, "Mrs. Widow, I'm loath to bury a man who is still alive, may I?" And he pulled out a Colt 45. "By all means," said mummy. "Try and hit him between the eyes. He would have liked that." "What I don't understand," said Tommy, looking out the window at the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus who were just passing by, "what puzzles and perplexes me is why Emma, a woman of the greatest sensibilities, is upstairs with the painters." "She's making cups of tea," I said. "You know what painters are like. When Michelangelo was painting the roof of the Sistine Chapel, and what a great job he did on that, 2 coats, one afternoon. The Pope had to keep the kettle on the boil and punjana tea bags behind the papal throne, or Michelangelo would have downed his palette," or whatever you call the thing he uses paint on. What's your palette? Your palette is the thing.
The roof of your mouth.
Palette. No, but a palette is a paint palette as well.
Yeah, but is it also the roof of your mouth?
Yes, it is the roof of your mouth, yeah.
Yeah. And what?
I'm
You're
just
right,
saying-
by the way.
There's one word for two things.
I couldn't find a thing.
What do you mean you couldn't find the thing?
I was up at your desk.
You were not.
I was up at your desk. Everything.
You never moved.
Everything is so neat and tidy. I couldn't find little piles of CDs everywhere, like little columns of granite.
I know. There's a man says he wants a request for an old song played by Johnny. What do you call him? Johnny. I can't remember his name. Johnny
Logan.
McAvoy.
Johnny,
It says goodbye, Mershing Merkin. Sure, I'm sick and tired of working. You know the tune? Well, I have to explain to the people. We talked. I made a slight mistake the other day. I was talking about American. We were talking about wigs, and American is indeed a wig, but it's a kind of wig that is very unusual. It's a wig that a person uses
Well,
below.
yes.
Understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what American is. So when you say goodbye, Mercy American, I know what you're at. The things you learn when you're making an omelette, said Tommy. Tommy deftly slid an omelette onto my plate and said, "Tuck in." "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned," I said, as I lifted my fork. I looked out the back window. The wheelie bin was staring in, with its mouth open. "You're a better man than me, wheelie bin," I said, as I ran upstairs to don my hair shirt and flagellate myself. Where would a man get a hair shirt at this
Hello,
time?
Martin.